What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing the third installment of the Amulet series called the Cloud Searchers. So I think it was Monday I uploaded book 1 review. If you haven't watched that, make sure you check that out. Give me a like, comment, subscribe. I also uploaded 2 small book reviews. Not book reviews, book hauls. I bought some books. One of my friends also suggested 2 books she wanted me to review, so I had to make a new reading list. But those 2 books that she recommended, that I brought, I will be reviewing them as well. I'll probably tell you those 2 books later on. I also, book 2 review will be uploaded Thursday at 12 p.m. so make sure y'all check that out as well. So right now I'm recording book 3, and I'll probably upload this. I made some scheduled dates. I think I'll probably upload this Monday, and I'm starting to read Amulet book 4. My brain really won't allow me to read another book until I finish this series. So yeah. So like I said, I am giving my spoiler review of the third installment of the Amulet series called the Cloud Searchers. Now, the first book 1, we learned about the Stonekeeper, who is Emily. We got a little bit of the backstory, learned who the family is, learned who the characters, who we're gonna be seeing throughout the series. Then book 2, we learned about the curse of the Stonekeeper, the Amulet. You feel me? Why it is such a dangerous thing, and if you don't have control over it, it could take control over you, and you won't be the same person. Now we getting into the Cloud Searchers. So I didn't write as much notes as I wrote for book 2, because honestly, like, while I was reading it, it wasn't a lot of things like I could like write that would have been like, okay, I can really talk about. Now this one, it did towards the end, but I'm gonna get to that. So when I opened book 3, it looked like it had been like a time skip, like a time jump, like from the way book 2 ended to how this opened up. Let me go. First, let me show you how beautiful these pictures look like. Not gonna lie, these pictures throughout these books are very beautiful, very beautiful. Honestly, if you wanted to get them in this series and you think that was very long, sometimes they have pictures that cover like 2 pages or 4 pages, and then by the time you finish reading, you be like, that wasn't a long book. It's not. It might look like a long book or feel like a long book, but like I said, some of these pictures cover 2 pages, so it's not really a long book. Especially when it's really good, it won't seem like it's a long book because it's just that interesting. Right here, I know last time I read it, Luger had transformed into like this big ass monster, and but now as you can see, nigga not a monster no more. Man fragile, man scared, man in a cave hiding like, you know, a kid that's about to get in trouble. But as you can see, this man's fragile. And like I said, as I was like reading it, it felt like it was a time skip, like it's been a time skip from book 2 to book 3. Now if it has, I gotta look to see if it was a time jump, but yeah, that's it looked like it was. And then I put, it looked like Emily destroyed the amulet, and like I also said, Luger was hiding and he looked scared. After, I guess, he went from big giant to like his normal self, he looked very scared. He looked very scared. I also put, I'm gonna read that dialogue, but I'm gonna write this note. The king sends an assassin to kill the Stonekeeper, which is Emily, but he also sent him to kill not just her but her friends and his son, because remember, his son, according to him, committed treason when, you know, he didn't bring Emily back. And then it was like things that probably happened before the book, but he was like, hey, you failed me multiple times. Nigga, I don't care that you my son no more. I want you dead. I want you dead. So he told him, hey, not only do I want you to kill this Stonekeeper and her friends and family, but I want you to kill my son. Because he's not my son. That's how he said. And honestly, Elf King, nigga, you a horrible father. You a bitch. You're a bitch. But throughout this, like towards the end, we learned something about the Elf King and his son's relationship. So let me read that dialogue for y'all. Look. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. I'm gonna call him Gab. Master Gab. Thank you for coming on such short notice. And may I add what an honor it is to meet you. Just take me to the king. Yes, this way. Gab, the assassin here is here to see you. Wait. Yeah, this is book 3, right? Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. You have been informed of your targets. Yes, a young female Stonekeeper and her companions. There is one more, Prince Trellis, which is his son. So he's showing him the targets. He's like, hey, I want you to kill her and her friends, but I want you to kill my son too. Despite fair warning, he has chosen to betray me again. Treason is punishable by death. So he like, hey, I let you slide that one time. You betrayed me again. You gotta die. I don't care if we're blood related. You asked me to kill your son. I will destroy anyone and anything that that basically just dismissed their progress. He's like, yeah. So if you my son, I'm sorry, you gotta go. Think of it as a sacrifice for the greater good. The cost means nothing to me. I simply require payment. Lugi waits by the door with half of your fee. Half. You will receive the rest after the job is done. I have never failed to kill my marks. You have no reason to doubt me. Better men have failed, Gab. Surprise me. Your payment, sir. Do you enjoy working for your master, dear Logi? It's not by enjoyment, sir. It's simply survival. For my services, he allows me to live. Most unfortunate arrangement. I promise to offer you a better wage when I am king. And then look at these pictures. Beautiful. Alright. Next note. Emily, plus the squad, plus Leon tries to find a captain and crew to travel to the lost city of Celis. Now, a lot of people thought that this city was gone, that, you know, it disappeared. But there were some people, you know, there's always some people when it's a rebellion and like fantasy that believes that, hey, we could help. And so they found a captain, and he was like, hey, you know, if I'm doing this, like, I need you to do something for me. And of course, you know, there are people that, hey, I need my reward, I need my payment and shit. Next note. The elves came to find Emily and her other companions. And also, not just Emily, her companions, and Leon was at the bar, but Trellis and Luger was at the bar as well. And they were found. So originally, they was here, the elves came for, of course, you know, Emily and stuff, but they didn't see them because they were hiding. But they found Trellis and Luger. But, you know, Emily being who she is, she's not just gonna let Trellis and Luger get hurt and get attacked. So she said, nah, I'm gonna fight. Even though the Emily tells her no, even though Misket and Leon tells her no, like, just let them deal with the elves and we can leave. But she's like, nah, that's not who I am. You feel me? That's not who I am. I can't just let them, despite our past shit and all that, I can't let them get hurt. So yeah, Emily helps Trellis and Luger, and now all of them are together. Everyone, Emily, the Cap, Leon, Misket, Trellis, Luger, they're all together now. So already Trellis was already stumped by his father, treason and shit. So he's like, hey, now if I'm Trellis, I'm like, I'm not even gonna stay there. Let me just go with them. let me go with them. At least I got a better shot at living than trying to fight these elves, these other elves. And then I found something because, and I think it was in book 2, the Elf King told Luger that, hey, if, Trellis fails, you have to step to kill him. Luger didn't, and he just left Trellis in the forest and went to go find Emily and stuff and said, hey, I'm gonna leave you right there. I'm not gonna kill you. So their relationship just seemed very different because he's like, I just can't kill him. But then in this book, we find out something. So the assassin the Elf King sent had removed Luger's memories. So throughout book 3, Luger's been saying that like he can't remember certain stuff about his life, and he think that maybe just because he's old, when people get old, certain things they just can't remember. He's just blaming it on old age, but that's not the case. So the assassin that the Elf King sent removed Luger's memories, and also, before I read this note, let me get you that dialogue. Because I was like, oh, hold up. Wait, hold on, let me see. Let me skip. Because it's like, I was like, oh. Now, still fuck Elf King. But, like, shit, I should have wrote what page I was on. I know it's like towards the end of the book. Oh, see. Let me see. Oh shit. Right here. How do you intend to do that? Just follow my lead. So Trez is trying to tell Emily, hey, because I guess the assassin got Emily's mom. He said, hey, let me help you. Because he tried to help her earlier and she wouldn't let him. Because I like, yeah, it's still some, resentment. He's like, hey, next time, just let me help you. You're good at attacking because you're just learning your amulet. But I've had years of training defending with my amulet. So let me help. And, you feel me? Like, take help. Like, yeah, you may not like me and I may not like you. But take help. Don't be stubborn. Come on down, you guardian scum. We'll be ready. That's it. I know who you are. So Luger also was recognizing that voice, but he didn't know who to place it in the assassin until the assassin kept speaking. He said, you're the one who did this to me. You're the one who made me forget every day. Father, let me read the next page. I just gotta spoil that part. I was only following your father's orders, Luger, which dun dun dun. That makes Trellis and Luger brothers. The Elf King is also Luger's father. My father? Father? Luger's your brother? Oh, Luger, you didn't know. I must have done a better job than I realized. So that tells me Elf King told the assassin to remove some memories, but the assassin must have overextended. So the memories that he took more. So Trez didn't even know that was his brother the whole time. And Luger didn't even know that was his brother the whole time. And so that was wild. And also, I think they said in this book that the Elf King is kind of like dead. He's like dead, but when he let that amulet take over him, because I guess like the amulet was like killing people, the person that is his father, is not actually his father. It's the amulet that took over him, which is why Emily is not letting her amulet take over her, because if she does, then she won't be Emily no more. We also meet a new character. His name is Matt Griffin, who tells Emily that the old council is dying and that him and her will be trained to become the new council members. And also early in the book, Emily told her that, hey, like, you kind of lied to your family, because y'all could go home, because the mom wants to go home. Y'all could go home, but Emily doesn't want to go home. She wants to stay. And which brings to the next book 4, which is called The Last Council. I will be reading that today and probably record that maybe tomorrow. But I want to say thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I will be uploading this Monday. Book 2 will be coming out Thursday at 12. Peace.